Have you ever seen such an adorable little snout? Such a adorable little baby with her spots and her wonderful sear antenna that she has on top of her head and her lovely smile just like her mother's. Ah, the perfect child of prophecy to bring the Farseas to a new era in their adventures. Hello everyone and welcome back to Searching the Farseas with our Farsea tribe, who is slowly but surely becoming a mishmash of a ton of the new genes that are available in niche, like the feather tail. Oh my gosh, that peacock tail is way too cool. I cannot wait to start some sort of really fun bird of paradise challenge with them. That is just going to be so much fun to do. And then we've also got Purrs snout in a lot of places lately, actually. I think Purrs snout has actually gotten a little bit of a upgrade, a whisker upgrade perhaps, since last time I played. But yes, we are back. I have been traveling through the month of May, and the last episodes that you saw were recorded while I was still in the mountains of North Carolina, which was extremely beautiful, extremely remote for where we were staying, and kind of a miracle that somehow I had super fast internet to share the episodes with you. However, that was a long time ago for me in real life, and so I am a little bit perplexed about what the heck we're doing. So today we are going to go ahead and just start diving right in. Let's go ahead and have Lynn, our wonderful leader, who only has 2 days left to live. Oh, that's so sad. Lynn, you're just so cool. His job has been to go around and try to find all of the resources that his tribe might be able to use on the island. And now that he has gotten so old, I don't know, maybe he just kind of wants to slow down a little bit. Like maybe it's time. Here, we'll have him come over here and grab this mole. And Rostar, his best friend, will go ahead and like make sure he's comfortable. We'll check for any roots down there. I hear the infinite amount of bunnels. Another bunnel! I hear the infinite amount of bunnels that are always all around us. Has Tata passed on? No, Tata is still here. He's kind of hanging out and bopping bunnies on the head. That's sort of just what he does. Can you bop this bunny on the head? Not quite. And what we're gonna do... Oh no! It's a bunnel invasion! It's a bunnel invasion right on top of Goose's berry bushes. This is just not what he asked for. Good grief. He's trying to defend his little berry farm that he has going on down here, and it's nothing but bunnels invading his land. But, where were we? So, what we're probably going to work on today, because I'm coming back to this after being away for quite some time, is we are going to settle down with the newest child of prophecy, who Samoth has left in the nest under the healing tree, watched over by her seer healing father, Birch. Little Saria. And little Saria has been born with a very special idea, a very special dream that has just been with her ever since she first was rolling around in this little moss-covered nest. And that is that there is somewhere out there with a very special berry that can help to heal the tribe. And I'm very excited because that's going to be her journey, and that's going to be the thing that Saria, as a seer, since she has been born with the antenna that the seer are given, will try to contribute to her tribe. Her father, Birch, has spent his lifetime so far educating all of the purr-snouted nichelings that we have on how to heal up some of the sickly nichelings of the tribe, such as Soul, who is doing quite well. He is still sick. He does still have the common cold, and he could still possibly pass it on to some of the other nichelings, but he has had his life extended by far thanks to the healing purrs of all of the healers of our tribe with all of their purr snouts. He has even managed to fall in love with Keo, and they now have their first son. Look at this. And he's so cool because he has a little stinky tail, which I thought we had actually lost in our tribe. So what to name this guy? Soul, Keo, kind of short, fast little names. And we have this little one. So what are we going to name you, buddy? Look at his tail. Oh my gosh. Has the tail gotten an upgrade, or has it just been forever since I have seen the back of the stinky tail? So he has a distasteful scent. I imagine maybe he's just like a very stinky baby, and everyone's kind of a little bit confused over what happened there. But his father is Soul, the sickly, who was saved from dying a short like death, like a really fast death, I should say, and from having a very short life by Jay Feather, actually. Jay Feather, the very first one of our babies born in the tribe, who not only had the peacock tail, but also had the purr snout, went to Soul's side when Soul was still an infant in the nest and gave him a healing purr that he had learned from Birch and saved Soul's life. While he is still sickly, he is stronger than any of the sickly nichelings ever before seen in any of our tribes, and he is only losing the normal 1 day of life at a time instead of losing multiple days. So this has been quite a success from Birch's point of view, since if you guys will recall, Birch lost his entire family. Every single one of his siblings died to this mysterious disease that they had when they were newly born, that they just carried through their whole lives. His twin sister died young, very, very young in her early adulthood, just barely past her teenage years because of this mysterious disease. And so Birch, using his seer abilities to kind of find a way to channel the healing lessons, has taught all of the purr-snouted nichelings, only one of whom, Holly, happens to also be a seer connected with those deeper sixth sense of the world. He's taught all of them how to use their powers, and I think he's done a great job. And so he would see Soul and Soul's robust health and his strength with his double claws, even though he has been sickly and kind of needs to keep his distance so others don't get sickly too. He is living a much more robust and happy life than anything Birch could have ever dreamed of for any of his siblings. So he is an experimental medical success by all accounts, and I'm really happy that we now have his son. So Soul, Keo, Soul and Keo. Let's go with Leo. We're going to go with Leo, like the lion, and lions are often associated with symbolism of the sun. And Soul, I'm pretty excited that you have had your child. However, I have to be honest with you, I don't know how many more you are going to be able to have, because there's only 101 pieces of food, and we have now exploded our tribe size to 31 members. That was not planned. All right, so speaking of which, who can grab us some food really quickly? What about over here? Zoas, can you get any food? Her job was to actually figure out how to get healing paw. Let's see, D and B immunity. I don't know if she has like anybody A and B, C and B, and we're also starting to get really closely related on everyone. So keep that thought in mind for just a second, but let's try to get everybody who can searching for food. Zois is actually a seer of the earth, and she has been spending her life digging in the dirt so that we can manage to get digging paw as a possible mutation, a gift from the Nicheling gods into our family. So she's gonna dig over there for food. Well, we can go ahead, since there's no sickly babies in the nest, we'll go ahead and send Lion down here because they would have heard Goose's like raging yells, and so we'll send Lion down here. He can help out with trying to keep the bundle population in check a little bit, and then we'll have Sosis come down and help out with that too. And then, oh, look right over here, we've got Crumble, who is also one of our seers and has been spending his life searching out all the coconut trees. I believe he has decided that the coconut trees are no longer the threat that he feared they would be. And then Kria's here. Oh yes, she's almost made it. Krias has been wanting to be able to swim her entire life, and this poor thing has not been able to get in the water, and again thwarted. If I sent her right here, we would actually drown her because the water would be too strong in the current. So poor Chrissy has been, I think I called her Krias. You are not like a car. All right. We're going to send poor Chrissy up along the creek so that she can finally go swimming after the long life that she has had trying to unlock some of those swimming genes for us. And then over here, Keo is going to be a proud and doting mother, so we will keep her near her baby, and we will allow Soul in his pride to kind of clear away, oh, he found a nest, to kind of clear away some of the spots around the, not wandering too far from his mate, who also happens to be a healer, and the healing tree. But Soul is now a healthy, for the most part, adult, so he's going to try to contribute by clearing away the grass and basically sort of like pounding his chest with pride, like, look at my son, he is fantastic. He looks just like me. And I think he'd just be tickled with the little family he has managed to have. And meanwhile, Cora has been born with A and F immunity, and she is quite the mystery to the tribe because Holly disappeared and then suddenly reappeared out of the blue with this little baby ready to be born. Birch was quite distracted at the time because he was watching over his little one, Saria, and speaking with Samoth about the child that he had always dreamed and kind of thought through prophecy they would have. Samoth did arrive and leave that child behind. She is healthy and she does have those dreams. So again, remember, she's got some very special dreams, this little one, and we will talk more about that in a bit. So, there's such a big tribe. All right, yanking on back here, we have Kuri, who is the youngest child of Sandri's parents. And so she is watching over her little brother with as much love as she can possibly provide. And they are preparing to leave behind the bones of their parents as they wander back onto the island. Over here, holy canoodles, I forgot you looked so cool. Oh my gosh, this is such a cool baby. Okay, so Jay has had another child with his unexpected love, Dove. They already have Crow, a all-white female who I named Crow, which crows are normally, black, but I named her Crow because the day that she was born, I had seen for the first time in my life a wild albino crow flying overhead in a park we had gone on. So I will always remember that special moment when I see this lovely female. And let's see. All right. So we have got, all right, Dove, hang on. Defend your spot. Okay, so Dove has managed to get some food right over here. We have Dove. They also had Day. Yeah, they had Day. Dove, how many babies have you had? All right, so Dove has had Day and Crow, her two children so far, with Jay, who she followed through the shadows and managed to convince to fall in love with her. And they have now got a son. What to name him? To be honest, he reminds me of a turkey. He really does. He kind of reminds me of a turkey, but we already have a baby named Turkey. So let's start going with some more made up and kind of enchanting names. We're going to go with, let's go with Jal. Jello? No. Why is it so hard to pick names? Oh no, you guys, I really need your help again. We have got so many babies popping up out of thin air. I truly do need more name suggestions, some fresh ones. We have fantastic old ones. I will still pick from the old list as well, but I would love to start a new and fresh nicheling name list with all of the new features that have been added into niche. So if you guys have some like freshened up ideas, and I'll go back and pull from some of the ideas left from previous episodes, I would be so grateful to have them so that I can kind of pull in some new names, because otherwise I'm going to start naming my nicheling babies Jello, and that is just a ridiculously silly name. So let's go with what's some really cool birds? Well, there's like weavers and there's honey eaters and gosh, there's a lot of really cool birds out there. Tough titmouse. We've got like hawks. Do I have a hawk yet? I don't think I have a hawk yet. So even though this little one is not very aggressive, we're going to go ahead and name him Hawk. And that may be the last of our bird names from this line. We'll have to see. So he'll come over and visit with his sister, who can go ahead. Oh, there's some food right down here. Don't mind me. His sister, Crow, was actually coming over to see what was going on with these leaders of the tribe who have been mysteriously wandering in the grasslands for so long. And I'm actually going to have Dove step back into the nest with only 4 days left, even though we have so many nichelings. I think Dove and Jay do wish to continue their romance, and I think maybe their children need to become a little bit more aggressive, perhaps. Or we'll see. Jay, you know what? Jay, the guy that I know all of you are thinking about when I say Jay and mention feathers in the same sentence, loves his sticks, doesn't he? And you can dig up some good sticks. So we're gonna add digging paw. and we're gonna see what kind of baby they are gonna have. And then meanwhile, yes, all right, so Jay has managed to find some fresh meat to bring back to his love dove. All right, and then back down here, Samoth is actually prepared to spend the rest of her life as a wanderer searching out the berry bushes that are throughout the world. That is her goal. That is part of what she is as a seer. And so she will disappear into the grasses to do so. And over here, little Day is a young one who was born to Jay and to Dove, and she has been sent to the healing tree so that she can be trained by Birch under the healing tree and come of age there so that she knows how to help heal everyone. And to help protect and escort her, Kunut over here, one of my favorite looking nichelings, is actually helping to guide her. There's just something about her that caught his eye. She's got quite the interesting sort of no-nonsense personality, and he's just curious. So he figures, well, what that's a good deed. That's a good deed he could do, guiding a young nicheling safely to where she will learn the healing arts of the Farseas. I think we will also allow Kunut to kind of flop around in the ground and say that he sort of fell into the stream for a second, and then he will pop back out. Hopefully having increased a little bit the ability. Where is it? Where is it? Fish? No. Oh, we're really close to fishing tail. What the heck? There we go. So he increased his swimming a little bit, but I just love the idea that he is trying to be the official adult escort and making sure that he escorts the young child safely to her healing tree. And instead, he falls straight into a creek and flounders about with his big, long feathers before he is able to crawl out. And Day sort of just looks him up and down and shakes her head. Maybe makes a joke about how she doesn't have any healing purr power just yet. All right, so where are we? Oh, there's so many nichelings. Why so many nichelings? All right, back here, we have got Tuft, who has been hanging out down here for quite some time. We also have a bunny that's coming around the corner. We have Turkey, who is very happy to work with his brother. Yes, and I think that he has unlocked Fishing Tail. I'll go ahead and just give that to Turkey because he unlocked it. But we have Turkey and Toucan, the really funky brothers, who are back here with some very, very important immunity genes, D and I. These are our identical twin boys, which was very exciting to see. And they are the child of Raven right over here, who is also very eagerly like making sure they stay out of trouble. And Von Duke, who did manage to disappear and say hello to Holly a little while ago. Von Duke is a wanderer who we were very desperate to have because he has F and I immunity, which is very important to mix into our shrinking genetic pool. So he's kind of got his eye, even though he's got his lovely mate Raven. He's kind of turning his attention a little bit to where there's many other females that he happened to kind of catch the eye of, who have vibrant colors and feathers and snouts and patterns that he has never seen before, and he finds quite enchanting. And meanwhile, Junko, their daughter, I believe that she would kind of be roped into kind of taking care of things back here. She has BNF immunity, yes! Taking care of things back here with her mother. She is short-sighted, so I imagine she's a little nervous to sort of leave her mother's side. And then over here with Tuft, well, he's going to go ahead and he's going to help us out with gathering a little bit of this food. But now that I'm looking at things, there's a nest here. There's abundant food here. A and E immunity, B and F immunity. I don't think that our lovely Junko will have to go much further to find a fellow bird named Nicheling and possibly love. All right, is that everybody? Good grief, Birch, there's too many of you. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can get done. There we are. All right, so we had somebody sneeze back here. That would be Soul. Oh, and he's getting a little bit, his fever is beginning to increase. He's not feeling as well as he should. So we're going to have Holly step over and offer to watch the young children. And Kyo will rush over to purr for her mate. There we go. And Soul now has recovered. We'll go ahead and just kind of let them think about romance. Unfortunately, it didn't take, but he is kind of sickly, so he would gently send her away. And we'll have him stay right here He did manage to catch a rabbit, so he's like, I may not have been well enough to be able to romance you, my dear, but I did catch a rabbit, so that'll be good for him. And his little son, Leo, can start tumbling about under their feet, with Holly right over here getting some fresh food, and Cora quietly and curiously sort of nosing around her mother's feet. Meanwhile... Saria has been covered up by grass, so we'll go ahead and give her a little bit of space. And she has come over to greet Day, who has now arrived to the healing tree, where hopefully she will learn from Birch the arts of the healing ways and the healing purr. And then we have Kunut, who has popped back over. He planned on wandering much further afield, but somehow he didn't go as far as he thought. And now I think he'd be a little curious about how he could possibly help out by falling into the water again and again. The healing tree and kind of do his part, seeing how Sol has really been able to recover so well from being a sickly baby to contribute to the tribe. All right, we have unlocked a new gene. Again, I would love if you could see like which gene you unlocked, because that would be super duper helpful. But which gene was it that we have unlocked? Can I possibly guess? It's not Scorpion Tail, but Scorpion Tail would be really cool to see. We already had antenna. I don't think it was bird beak, because we already had that. It's a mystery. Maybe it was one of the... No, maybe it was claw? Who knows? We'll have to investigate that more later. Point being, we're pretty good on having babies, more or less, for right now. Speaking of which, though... Aww, Coco. You do not look like the vibrant young child that I was hoping you would be, but that's okay. She does have recessive female peacock tail, so that might turn out to be really interesting. Let's actually change her name to Kiki, because I think that would be a cute name. And because she has none of the traits that really exemplify Jay's abilities, we'll give her a name that doesn't quite have to do with birds, just because they're beginning to think like, oh wow, Hawk turned out really to have some really interesting traits, so we'll work more with them. But Dove, you only have a couple days left to live, so I'm gonna let you come over and you can go ahead and kind of try to teach your son how to watch over his youngest sibling and defend the berries. Defend those berries, for crying out loud. We are having those berries just stolen from us left and right. Take that. Jay is trying to defend the berries too. Seamoth, you can go ahead and she will kind of visit the berry bushes as she searches out new ones. And then down here, Sandri might do well to stay by the sand. I am not sure because, and I did tell you guys to remember this, Samoth has a dream. And Samoth's dream is actually going to start guiding the tribe in an entirely new direction, to a brand new island, in search of those healing fruits that she can almost smell in her dreams, a mysterious yellow-orange orb that just appears again and again in the reoccurring dreams that she has as a young seer. And she will tell her father Birch this, and we will prepare for all of our nichelings to move on to the next island next time, because we do want to go and find new lands where there are still more new genes and more new discoveries waiting for us. So that's what we're working on, guys. That's the goal that we are working our way towards. And I think that's going to be really helpful for next time too. So let me check and see. We'll go ahead and let everybody kind of scurry into place. Chrissy might finally, oh my gosh, she just found some important spots, but she might finally be able to go for a swim like she always has. Crumble can go ahead and defend this berry bush. Speaking of defending berry bushes, Lion has come on over and he has joined Sosie at trying to help poor beleaguered Goose to defend his berries, which again are being invaded by bunnels. So it's a bunnel invasion. Poor guy, he's just having such a hard time of it. Over here we have got Zois, who is still looking to dig up a whole bunch of roots. Tata is kind of just playing with the bunnels that come near him. We've got, let's see, yeah, I think Sandri. We might actually have Sandri kind of walk along the beaches with her little brother Kuri, because that is what they kind of have been born for. Then we've got Crow. Crow. D and B immunity, EMB, A and D. Crow doesn't have any luck with these two. They're too busy paying attention mostly just to each other. Lynn is of old age right now, and he's just ready to kind of settle down. Rostar is going to stay right beside his old friend, and they're going to kind of just spend the last of their life at this cliffside. So Crow may decide she might as well start wandering with Samoth and see where her adventures take her, like straight into the waiting arms of Vanduk, right over here, hiding in the shadows, sort of shocked to finally see that there happen to be some brand new females that he has never met before. And then over here, his mate Raven is still busy trying to chase down her two boys and make sure that they don't get into too much trouble, since they are rowdy little things that just seem to always be underfoot. And she's trying to feed her little family. And we'll go ahead and have, slowly but surely, aha! Get back, bundle! We'll have Tuft come over here and step over. And I'm going to have Junko spend a little bit of time digging along the edges and maybe being able to catch the eye of Tuft across the waterway. But all right, that is everyone. Oh my gosh, this tribe has gotten too big. We might have to start repeating my keep it under 20 members rule, because you really start losing track of everybody's stories when you get so big. And I will see you guys next time when we will carry on and we will begin to adventure towards a new island and hopefully some more of the new discoveries for our tribe to make. So until then, guys, bye-bye.